Well. Hello, ghouls and goblins, and ghosts and vampires and googly people out there. Are you ready for some skilly stories and some skilly stuff today? I hope you are, ladies and gents. I hope you are. If you don't know by now, this is Stephen LeBooth, with Ghost Stories Told from the South. You might be wondering where my partner in crime is tonight. She couldn't make it today. She ain't going anywhere. She's been having some car problems, and she just got her rent-a-car and stuff, but this weekend she's going to come over, cram some stuff down with us, get back real. We got this episode right here, 51, and then we have 52 next week, guys. It's our last episode of the year, so I think me and Lexi might tell some stories on our last episode and throw some stuff in. What do you say? So we'll probably do that, but on this episode today, it's just going to be me, but I'm not going to be telling those stories. I'm going to go down and back in the archives, back in the vault, and probably do some stuff from 20 and 30. Do some episodes from there and do like I did last week. But this will be a full episode of us going down memory lane. And once again, and we appreciate you guys. We're pumped up for season 2, baby. Season freaking 2, man. It's fucking amazing. And we keep getting bigger. Y'all keep downloading more, subscribing more. Our numbers are going up. I appreciate it, and I love it very much. And I love you guys. Because you guys are why I do this. I love telling the stories and having an audience to tell the stories to and kind of cut up along the way and have some fun doing it. Because I love ghost stories, and I love having a good time. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and then the numbers say you do, and I thank you very much for everything. And I have little Max in here with me right now. He's one of the studio dogs. He got a haircut, and he got him a bath, so he's all happy. But we've had all these storms and stuff, so he's dirty again. Well, but I will quit bugging you guys and talking to you. Let me go look up in the vault and see what we got, and I'll be right back to let you know what I'm going to do, guys. But I'll be right back. Hang tight. I got to go down in the cellar and dig up some old episodes. I'll be right back, all right? Okay, ladies and gents, little ghouls and goblins, I've got a special treat for you. This is special for. We covered the, can't remember their names now. But the married couple that did all the paranormal research that were like the groundbreaking people to do that kind of stuff. And thought their story was pretty cool. So we covered them in special episode 4. So here it is. Hope you enjoy.
And welcome back, everybody. This is Ghost Stories Told from the South. I am your co-host, Lexi.
And I am your host, Stephen LeBooth. We got some scary stuff for you today on our special. Lexi's been digging and diving deep for a good special.
Yes, I have.
And we both kind of have, but the only thing I participated in was watching a documentary.
Well, I mean, you're the one that told me about it, so.
Yeah, because I thought, with us telling ghost stories and stuff, I thought that we should maybe do one over, what's their names? I always forget.
Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yes, because I didn't know till I seen this documentary, and that's what kind of inspired me to do the documentary on them. Was I didn't know that they were like the first people to be like, "Hey, we can talk to this." These
they were like
the
first people to really get like what they do out there and like about ghosts and stuff. Like they introduced it, so.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. I was like, we got to do something on these guys.
So we did, and this is what our special is going to be about.
So, yeah.
So, stay tuned till the end to hear further news about the podcast.
Sorry, I can't stand being behind my chair.
And make sure to check out our video. We are actually recording live right now on So make sure to check that out.
A day before Halloween,
Yep.
guys. We was trying to stay up till midnight, but I'm an old man. I'm tired.
It's okay.
But I did have a cup of coffee, so. But see, I can stay up late podcasting all the time.
Yeah. Just not doing anything else.
We've done that before. Well, we did that one time, 3 or 4 podcasts that day?
Oh, that was so exhausting. But I think we should go ahead and get started. What do you think?
Let's do it, man.
All right. Okay, well, I am going to start this by saying that this thing goes a little bit back and forth. It talks about between, like, the locations of the accidents, or incidents. Also, it talks about them a lot, and they're kind of growing up in their childhood. So, like, it's going to go back and forth.
And what I thought was cool about the documentary, didn't mean to cut you off, but how it kind of entangled their marriage and it was kind of like their romance and their marriage all rolled in with the romance of being a paranormal person.
Yeah.
They loved doing it. They loved helping people because, like he said, he wanted to let people know, hey, the devil's real. He is out there. I'm not saying, start going to church every day. He's like, but there is the devil. There is bad spirits out there.
Yeah.
And it was just a cool documentary how they put that all together because, man, they were such a cool couple, too.
I know, and I didn't know the stuff I knew about them, like when they died, which we'll get to that. That's the very, very end. But
that's sad.
That was so sad. Like, I kind of cried at the end. I was like, because, like, I knew about them and I know who they are, but I didn't know this much. Because I've watched all the Conjuring movies, the Annabelle movies, what their stuff is based off of. So I was just kind of like, okay, well, but then I listened to the documentary and I watched it and I was like, oh, my heart.
Yes, it was so cool. And it was a documentary and it's called...
It's called The True Story of Ed and Lorraine Warren. And it's, I guess, the TV people who... Like, the show is called Devil's Road.
Yeah.
That specific episode is just called The True Story.
I think it was on the Travel Channel.
Yeah, probably. That's where all these are from anyway.
Well, because, that's pretty much all I watch. I don't really watch stuff that... I'm not a real big guy on series. I watch more of its paranormal stuff. And like Paranormal Caught on Tape and that...
My Haunted House is pretty good, too.
Yes, My Haunted House is another good one. Me and her used to watch together. Remember, we used to have a schedule when she was in school.
Yeah, we'd watch it, and then I go to bed after school.
Tuesday nights was a haunting or something like that. And then Wednesday nights was American Horror Story. And then Thursday nights was another paranormal show that we used to
we had it all throughout the week. We just had it going.
Especially about this time of year because that's when they show everything.
Yeah. But, okay, let's jump right in here. So, yeah. Okay, now, I'm going to say this, you guys, like I said, I already told you guys that it's like a back and forth thing, so just hang in there with me. But you guys are going to feel really differently about these guys than you do, and I hope that, like, if you don't believe in ghosts and everything, and if you're listening to this and you don't, and you think we're just funny, hey, thanks. But, like, I think we'll change your mind after some of this. But if you don't, you don't. It's just fun to listen to sometimes, so.
But it's even crazy listening to that story we're about to say about these two people of how even they got ridiculed and people were like, you're fucking nuts. There's no way that happened. You're crazy. Get out of here. When
they had that, like, so many witnesses. But, all right, well, we're going to start. This is the first incident, and it's going to go back and forth. Just going to let you know again. So the address is 966 Lindy Street, Poltergeist. That's what it was called. And this was in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and this was in 1974. Well, Ed and Lorraine had gotten a call from a friend asking for help. They claimed they had a poltergeist in the house. So Ed and Lorraine drove and checked it out. Well, they got there and it had looked like someone like ransacked the house. Like went through everything, flipped tables, flipped furniture, like beat everything up with a baseball bat. Like
it was destroyed. I mean, it did. It looked like a bunch of gang of just young kids went in there, just a gang of people, and just tore it up. I mean, just demolished it.
And I guess like they left their house, or the people that lived there left to go do something. They came back and the house was like that. Yeah. But there was like, I guess, no signs of break-ins or anything because the cops were there. Because, I mean, it looked like a break-in at first. But then you start looking and it's like,
no, wait a minute.
Yeah. So, then they got a priest, a father out there. And then Ed and Lorraine showed up. So, well... Oh, and the people's names that it was is that okay to say their names?
Oops, sorry.
It's
whose name? The house that was at?
Not the house. The people like that it happened to.
Oh, I don't remember.
Why is it okay to say their names?
Well, yeah, we're just telling the story.
Okay, well, because I know that's...
It should be fine.
All right, well, it was the house of Jerry and Laura Goodman. So, and this, I'm going to tell you this is based off Poltergeist, so if you hear the movie, if you've seen the movie, and not the newest one, the original one, even though they're, like, kind of the same, but, you know, then you're going to kind of recognize some stuff, so... Well, so
yeah, because Poltergeist, that movie was kind of cool too, because it had a lot of different kind of real stories in it, because it was based off of the
this.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So anyway, so when they got the call, they went there, and the officers were there, and everybody was there. The officers got there first. They went in, and they were literally seeing things lifting off the ground and moving and lifting. Well,
what'd that one cop say? That the chief was trying to, because he was an old man. He's like, well, we looked around and it was a 12-year-old kid that did it, and da-da-da. And the officer in that tape goes, there's no way that 12-year-old kid did it. And because the paranormal guy was like, well, tell me what do you mean? Did you see something? He goes, well, yeah, there was nobody around. And that refrigerator moved on its own. There's no way a 12-year-old kid's... And back then, refrigerators and crap were heavy. They're not light like
they were big,
now.
and everything was more bigger and bulkier.
And he was like, there's no way. You remember that part?
Yeah, he was like, there is no way in hell that a 12-year-old girl can move that halfway across the kitchen like that.
Yeah.
And there was no one there. Well, that's not, like, the only thing that happened, but, like, that was one of the things that they had the recording of. Well... Whenever another cop had gone in, after they saw everything like floating and stuff, they would repeatedly see this 12-year-old girl that was supposedly the poltergeist in a chair. But every time they saw her, she was in a different chair, in a different spot, in a different place. Well, they just kind of ignored that, and they're like, okay, whatever. Well, then, they literally saw her fly off the chair at one point. I don't know how you explain that.
And wasn't it seen by more than one person?
Yes, because then the media somehow got a hold of it, and the media was there, and people were running into the house and seeing stuff and everything.
Yeah.
So...
It was crazy outside. If you see the documentary on it,
there's like
it's just like that scene in Ghostbusters, where everybody's outside that hotel, and the Ghostbusters are fighting to the crowd trying to get to the hotel. That's how it was. There's reporters everywhere, cops. I mean, it was everybody. It was packed.
Yeah. Well, so whenever the officers were in there, also, like, a bunch of pictures were flying off the wall. So, like, crap was happening. Like, they weren't making it up, and especially what that cop said about the refrigerator, you know. Well, then a set of dishes also had lifted up and flew, but they weren't glass, they were plastic. So they broke. Like, not just broke, like, shattered like glass, but they were plastic. Yeah. Well, then they were talking to Ed and Lorraine. Like I said, this is going to go back and forth. I'm sorry. But at one point, the owners of the house were talking to Ed and Lorraine, and they had told them that one day the husband had got attacked. He was bringing in groceries and setting them on the kitchen table, and he had gone back out to get more and came back in, and the table was lifted up floating. And it had turned, and it, like, flew across the room. So, but as that was happening, his wife in the other room... had cabinets opening and closing all over, like, the room, like, just repeatedly.
Open and close.
Yeah. Well, and then also in the kitchen, where everything was happening with the husband, knives came out of the holders and stuck to the ceiling.
That's crazy as Pukaki.
Yeah. So that happened. That, and then I guess that's also what they needed help with because of that, and then... after you see, like, knives fly and the kitchen table lift off the ground.
I don't know. That'd make me want to stay.
Yeah. Well, going back to the actual date of the incident, like I said, cops had showed up for backup and firemen came. There wasn't on fire, but, don't know if firemen can help.
Well, they was all flipping out. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know who to call. You need to call the paramedics, call the fire department, because everybody kept trying to come over there and make their assumption of what's going on. Well, it's going on because this is happening or this is happening. But when they got in there, no one ever seen this kind of crap that was going on. So they were like, I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah. So, like I said, a bunch of people eventually came. A city engineer had came in the house. I forgot what it was called. Came in the house, and the icebox moved towards him also. So it wasn't just one person. It wasn't just the cop. It was this city engineer. The refrigerator moved towards him too. So, like, basically, everyone, like, there's witnesses. Well, this movie came out a little bit, and it was based off everything that happened. So that's why I said that. But the footage and everything was recorded and showed around the country, and how people were like, "Oh, that's fake. You guys like if the 12-year-old faked it." The other half were like, no, that's some demon crap going on." Yeah. So, well, and this is kind of the part that I'm a little confused on, but I guess Judy, their daughter, introduced this case to them. Like, I guess she saw it, and then that's whenever she gave the owners her parents' numbers, and that's whenever they got a call. I guess because she is the reason that like they found it. Well, I mean, I guess they would have maybe if it was on TV, but like so that where I got a little confused on that. So I could be wrong about that, but But
it's kind of weird too because the cops tried to cover it up. Remember that they got this? They got the actual videotape, actual audio of the guy talking to the other cops, and the cops were like, "Man, there's no way in heck that you're gonna tell me that's that." He goes, "I seen that picture fly off the wall,
or I seen the icebox move, or I seen this girl fly." Like, so they pretty much dismissed it as
and like I
the
said,
12-year-old covered it
the
up,
chief of police, whoever ran the unit, was like on TV going, "Oh, there's no such thing as ghosts. There was no ghost in that house." And I mean, he was just like, it's that 12-year-old girl.
But everybody else was like, there's something fishy going on in that house.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but excuse me, that was so gross. So, I mean, but like if I was the sheriff in my town, I don't know if I'd want my people knowing that they weren't safe because of a ghost.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe it was like a boss thing where you had to be like, y'all are crazy. So, I don't know. But moving on, this is
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that little snippet from that special. We've got another special we're going to do. I'm going to take a clip from. This one's from the Hat Man. And I'm going to tell you, I mean, that son of a bitch is spooky, creepy, and just freaking... I'm a grown adult, but watching that documentary, man, some of them pictures creep me the fucking creeps. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know what to say about this Hat Man stuff. It's pretty crazy. And you can't go out there and say it's 100% not real, because some of the photos are pretty, I don't know. But y'all make your call on it. We enjoyed talking about it, going over it and stuff. But here it is, guys. Hope you enjoy. Bye.
And welcome back, everybody. This is Ghost Stories Told from the South. But before we say who we are, I'm gonna get this out of the way. This one,
take 3.
Yes, it is take 3. It's been a little bit. Anyway, this is a special. This thingy. So yeah, we're gonna do. It's a little bit of a thingy. We're gonna do a special and then a regular episode. So
it's special / episode.
We have he won't listen to the name. I already have a name. So, why did I say it like that?
I don't know.
Ew. Okay. Anyway, if you don't know who's talking by now, it's my loudmouth Lexi.
They're gonna think this is a comedy freaking and deal and not a ghost stories.
Oh, if you're not new, you know. And then sitting beside me is who are you?
I am your co-host, Stephen LeBooth, and this is Ghost Stories Told from the South. I hope you like our stories today.
And he's my dear old daddy. Well, so we haven't done a special since the beginning of this year. We didn't do one November or December.
We was gonna do that one that we're doing tonight for
November.
November, but we just said screw it because it was the holidays.
Yeah, we got really busy for Thanksgiving. We're gonna do a different one for Christmas. And we got busy because of Christmas.
Yeah.
And then January happened, and then stuff happened. I talk with my hands. I'm so sorry. I just punched the mic. Anyway, stuff happened with me. Then I got enrolled in college and was dealing with that. And then stuff happened again. And a lot of stuff happened.
We had the snowstorm of the century.
Yeah, if you haven't known, we're from Texas.
It was creepy. It's kind of like when Krampus, the movie, when the snowstorm rolled in.
Yeah.
Because everything was... Not everything was black.
Because, I mean, kind of. Like, not black, but it was, like, gray.
Some
and
parts
everything
of
was
the town
frozen.
was out of
We had
electricity.
no power. We didn't lose power, but, like, other people did.
Yeah,
a lot of people didn't have water because their lines busted.
Yeah.
So, we did survive, though. The only thing that kind of made me mad about it is because everyone around us is making fun of us, like, around the state.
I know, especially people up north, because we're not used to this stuff, guys. We're not used to minus 3 degrees. We woke up that one morning. Before I went to bed, it was like 10 degrees or 15 degrees or something like that. And then when I woke up that morning, it was like -3 or 7.
Yeah, and that never happened.
Yeah, we're not used to that.
The warmest thing I have are like pajama bottoms.
I mean, that we hold for 2 or 3 days. I wore thick clothes.
Yeah, like, and everybody on Facebook was like, "Well, it's cold in Texas when everybody wears pajama bottoms to Walmart." Like, that's how it was.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, we don't get it much. That's why everybody flips out when it snows or sleets or anything. Of course, the snow ain't hard to drive on.
No, I drove it for the first time and I did not die. But man, one of them stink.
I know them dogs really come. We have these studio dogs, or they're our personal dogs. The one who come into the studio to record this, they come in here with us, and you've probably heard them before barking in the background, but they get gas sometimes.
I think that was Max. That's not a Simone part. Anyway, sorry, I was like, ugh. But
we got some great stories today for you.
Well,
like we said, we're going to throw that special in.
Well, this is what we're going to be talking about first. I figured we'd do this one first because we haven't done one in a while. And this one is like 4 months behind.
Yeah.
So, and we're probably going to release, well, this is all going to be together anyway. So, this is our last week in February. I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, Jackie's birthday is the last day of the year. I mean, the last day of the month.
I was about to say, you're wrong there, mister.
Yeah. Did you know she was close to being a leap year baby? But she was born on the 28th.
Yeah.
I've always wondered about that. If you're born on that year, do you age every 4 years? Or do you age like a dog or what? Or like a cat or... I mean, think about it. That would suck because a leap year, there's only a February 29th every leap year. But yes, we got some great stories for you. The special today is on the Hat Man. I'm going to tell you what, man. I'm a grown-ass man, but I thought that movie was kind of spooky. I guess because it comes from the shadows and stuff. Sorry about that. I was trying not to cough in the mic, and I, bam, hit it. Covered my mouth.
Yeah, I wasn't smart and I wasn't.
But I guess what scared me the most of it is more of a shadow figure than anything. And there's a possibility of it being real.
Yeah, so, okay.
Know.
So, for those of you who don't know, yes, we're going to be talking about the Hat Man. Now, the Hat Man, it varies basically on who you are because, like, okay, so, like, as you know, like, we believe in ghosts and stuff like that because, I mean, if you're listening to this and you don't, like, you might just be listening to this because, like, you think we're funny or something, but, like, I'm going to say 99% of you guys who listen to us believe in the paranormal and everything and probably have had stuff happen to you. So, like, if you see, like, shadows and stuff like that, that's kind of what this is, but it's, like, everybody has seen it. Like, I've seen it. My dad has seen it. I'm pretty sure you have, right?
What?
The Hat
Man? No, I haven't, but
but almost everybody in our family has. Like, I mean, it's... So... Basically, it's like this black shadow, and he has like this. How would you describe the hat?
The hat's kind of like a.
I want to say
something like
hat,
the Undertaker would have.
Yeah.
It's flat, and it's just a flat brim.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. And
kind of like the Amish or something.
Mm-hmm. And then there's like one of the like old the trench coats. One of those, and then he has like beady red eyes. So like, it's like all in the shadow, so there's no colors or anything. Some people see red eyes, some people don't. Some people say that he watches you sleep. Some people say he attacks you. Some people say he causes sleep paralysis. Some people say he doesn't. It varies in person to person, and everybody has a different experience. And everybody thinks it's like, there's different people think it's different things is what I'm trying to say. And it's over 6 feet tall. I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
So and also I found out why we're reading this. He only appears whenever you're like going through something. So like during emotional distress. He never appears when like you're happy or not crying yourself.
Well, that makes sense. I'll appear when you're down.
Yeah. Some people have said so the hat, I remember the name, a fedora. It kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
But some people say they see a top hat. So again, it just varies. Some people can see what he wears, and some people can't. So like I said, some people say it's a shadow. Some people say it's old-fashioned clothing. Like again, it goes person to person. The only thing about the face is to everybody, it's just red glowing eyes.
It's kind of a blank face. I mean, you really can't make nothing out. You can really make out the eyes, but that's about it.
Yeah. Some people have been jumped on and choked, have gotten burns in their chest and tingling on their scalp by this mysterious Hat Man guy.
That's lovely.
So, little tip, don't F with the Hat Man.
I'm telling you, that movie we watched about it, that was kind of creepy.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, there's documentary about the Hat Man on Amazon Prime. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, it's good, though.
But I don't think we ever finished it, only because it was creeping me out because of how accurate it was. So I couldn't keep on watching it. But you guys should check it out.
It kind of reminds you of when, you was a kid and you was afraid of everything.
Yeah. Okay, so this is how most people see the Hat Man. Either in the mirror behind them, or he bends over them while they sleep. I thought that was going to go somewhere else for a second. I'm so sorry. He bends over the bed, not over them. Like, bends over the bed, kind of like...
staring at them.
Yeah.
Like, who?
And then, like, in the corner, in the distance... And then some people also see him, like, more darker than, like, what he is. Like, some people can see him transparent. Some people see him, like, pitch black. So.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Dang, I don't think that was the Hat Man. Wow.
I'm pretty sure that they heard that. Like, whenever I want to see if I heard that. Because that was a dog. FYI, that wasn't us. That was the dog.
Oh, God. It was dead quiet, and then, okay. We're going to take a little quick, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back.
Sorry, we had to go listen to that and laugh about it.
Yeah, we really caught Simone Putin. So if you're listening to this first part of this, and you hear our dog farting on the air, sorry about that.
Yeah, that was the trumpet in the background.
Oh, my gosh, it was clear as day. It's like,
hey. Stop it, girl. Sorry. And then she got mad at us because we were laughing.
Yeah, we was all laughing at her. She's not looking at us now. She's got her butt to us.
She's in the corner.
Mad.
All right.
Pouting.
I'm not letting him in right now.
Who is it?
Your dog.
Oh, well. Oh, yeah, he was on the Hat Man. He was the black figure. Really can't tell nothing out.
Yeah. People can people can feel this really dark energy coming from him. Now they make noise.
Yeah.
And immediately so they feel it, and then they know immediately that he's bad and evil, and that he can feel if they want to kill him or not. I mean, if he wants to kill them or not. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do if that happened.
Wow.
Because I've had the instance, but I've never felt that.
Yeah.
I can personally say. So, but that's what doesn't go for everybody. And also the Hat Man feeds off of your fear. Apparently, I don't know that for sure because I'm not the Hat Man. So, surprise! No.
Simone just released the Hat Man.
Yeah, that was nasty, baby. I'm sorry. Anyway, so apparently he appears, different to many people in some families. Okay, so, like, let's say me, Dad, Stephanie, Jackson, and then my aunt all saw him, but we all saw him in a different way. That's what that means. But it's the same person. So, and that situation is never explained. People are just like, oh, it's a coincidence. But, in 2001, the subject of shadow people was introduced to the mainstream media, and it was broadcast on AMC. Afterwards, people recognized many, so this shadow, if you look at a picture of the Hat Man, the shadow figures and the Hat Man were, like, broadcasted, and people saw them. Well, afterwards, people recognized many, of the shadow people, and wrote many of their stories into AMC.
Well, because a lot of people didn't know what he was called, right? They just knew
him as, like, a shadow man or, like, something. So they saw a picture, and they're like, oh, that's the Hat Man. That's what I've been seeing. And so they wrote their story to these people. And then in 2008, he became, known as the Hat Man. And that's when he started visiting people more and more. Because before that, it was just like, oh, that's a lot of shadow people. And then a few people, like, called him the Hat Man. And then it was, oh, he does that to a lot of people now.
Creepy looking dude.
So, he also can appear when you're having sleep paralysis. Now, if you don't know what sleep paralysis is, you've never had it, and it sucks. I've only had it once in my life, and it was bad. Like, you can't move. You're stuck there, and you can't breathe. Nothing. Like, you're literally glued to your bed, and you feel everything on top of you, and it sucks.
I've had that in dreams, but I've never had that in real life.
I have it more in dreams. Like I said, I've only had it once, and it was stupid, but I never had it again. So couldn't say, and it didn't happen with the Hat Man. So, but he apparently appears with some people when they're having this. Some doctors have been like, oh, he's a sleep disorder, that's why he appears. But he doesn't. Well, some people who don't have sleep paralysis appear, or he appears for them, and the doctors can't explain that. So Also, sleep paralysis is whenever you're trapped between awake and asleep. So, the doctors say that that's why they can, see it. But, again, it hasn't really been proven because people who don't have sleep disorders can see him, too, and feel him and everything. So, also, he appears on a lot of basements.
I've noticed that with some of the stories.
And I don't know why it's a trend to sleep in the basement. People stop.
Well, think about it. It's real, dark and creepy down there.
Yeah. Now, there's this guy called the Gray Man. Alright? He wears a cowboy hat, a black coat suit, and has a beard. He has a wide-brimmed hat and a trench coat also. That's what he's been seen in. He's described looking just like the Hat Man, so they think the Gray Man and the Hat Man are the same exact people.
Oh.
So, yeah. But again, nothing has really been explained on that one either, but, Oh, the name of that Amazon Prime movie, it's The Hat Man, documentate, oh my lord, documented cases of evil, of pure evil. So.
Yeah, it's that one where that guy's on the couch and that excuse my language, that motherfucker comes from the basement and sticks his head out.
Mm-hmm.
Screw that. That's what got me, man. The dude's just sitting there watching TV and the motherfucker sticks his head. You hear the door rattling and sticks his head out.
Yeah.
Hell no. Hell no.
Hail to the no. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
I can't, so I've seen stuff and everything, but, I can't, when it comes, to stuff being thrown, and I see that, or, anything like that, that's when I'm like, no. And that's never really happened, and I've seen something, move, but, very slight, and not a lot.
Yeah.
So, hey, y'all be nice.
I always just chalk it off when I see something or hear something. I just go, I didn't hear that. I didn't see that.
Yeah. So, like, okay, that's all. That's really all.
Even though I did.
We just pretend. So, are you about to read right now?
No.
I was about to get mad. I'm like, we're still on the special, bro.
You should have seen her face. I was like getting ready to read, and she was like, "What the hell?"
Anyway, what I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted. I'm just joking. You made me lose my track of thought.
Well, I hope you're ready for this next one. This is special 2 we did. So I hope you enjoy, guys, and make sure you're tucked in good. Listen to this tucked in the blanket. None of them boogly wooglies get ya. All right. Hope you kids enjoy now. Bye.
And welcome back to another podcast with Ghost Stories Told from the South. I am your co-host, Lexi LeBouf.
And I am your host, Stephen LeBooth. I hope you're ready for some fun tonight, ladies and kiddos. And gentlemen. I didn't want to sound creepy there. Ladies and kids. What a pervert.
Ew. Okay, so as always, we're going to give shout-outs to everybody that listens to us. And the list for the states is getting too long.
But thank everybody. Yes, I mean, there's...
To thank everybody in visual.
Off the top, there's like Ohio, Texas, Michigan, Arizona. I know I'm District of Columbia. I mean, I know North Carolina.
There's like 15 or more.
I know I'm missing everybody out there.
So, just thank you to everybody who listens in the States. Thank you to everybody in Ireland, Bangladesh, the UK. Just thank you to anybody and everybody that listens. Like, it means so much, and we have come up so far from where we started, like, 2 months ago. It means so much to us. And we did have a photo shoot the other day.
Yes, we did.
And we are going to have a Facebook page coming up. And if you follow my Instagram, you guys already had, like, a little sneak peek of it. So just stay tuned for that. And, yeah. So before we get started... Let me tell you about the Twitter handle and the Instagram and our email, and then we have a little story time to tell you guys before we get on to the actual thing. So, as always, our Instagram and Twitter are South Texas Ghost. Texas is abbreviated, it's TX. And our Gmail is ghoststoriestilfromthesouth@gmail.com. Okay, so we are also on Spotify,
iTunes.
Apple Podcasts, not iTunes. It's a separate app on iPhone.
I didn't know all that, ladies. Lexi had explained that to me the other day.
Google Podcast. What else are we on?
Did you say Stitcher?
No, Stitcher.
Stitcher. I didn't get to it this weekend, but I'm gonna get.
Way to
go! Get us on iHeartRadio.
Yay! Okay, so Daddy-O, you want to tell them about our story time about this little old thing?
Well, guys, we are having hell with Helltown.
Yeah, this story, what this is going to be about, is called Helltown. This is our, 4th time recording?
Yes, we started, Friday night? Today? This is Saturday. No, this is Sunday. We tried to do
we started Thursday.
Yeah, we tried to do it Thursday. First time it was going good, and we'll tell you what we're doing it about. We're doing it about Helltown, and it's not cooperating with us.
It's a bunch of government stuff involved.
Yeah.
And the first time, while you're recording, if you're not active on your screen, the screen goes blank. Well, so during the recordings, we have to move our mouse a lot. Well, Dad went to go fiddle and diddle, and he clicked on something, and it cut it in half. We're like, okay, we'll do part 1 and 2. The second half of that recording got totally messed up, so they were like, screw it, we'll just redo it the next day. The next day, we had technical difficulties. We were just like, no, we're not going to do it. Then we went to go look for the original, because next day we actually made...
We actually got to do a whole hour.
Yeah, the next day we got to do
Friday?
an entire hour.
Yeah.
Friday. We did an entire one, and it was really good. And Saturday, we were editing and stuff. Because we figured that out, how to make the sound great.
Yeah. We'll start this episode. Y'all will see a difference in the production and everything, because I figured out where I was doing wrong. So now we will not be, like,
one won't be louder than the other, and we will definitely have music in with our stuff if y'all haven't heard already, because I did go back and redo some of our, we fixed every one of them. So go back and check it out with some music in there.
Yes.
And go back and check it out because it sounds so much better.
Yes, it does. But anyway, so we went to go do that. We went to go look for it. We could only find the one that was cut in two when we knew we recorded this, like, hour-long session. So, like, the one where it said it was in the file, it was completely empty. So we were like, what the heck? And then just weird stuff was happening all day. So today, if this recording goes to crap, we're just going to say forget it and move on to something else.
Yeah, if this one don't go as planned, we're not going to do this
like
anymore.
our TV went out yesterday.
Yeah, TV went out yesterday, and yeah, it's been kind of a creepy thing.
Yeah.
And it all started when we was trying to get this freaking thing, this podcast recorded. And it's an hour special because we love doing the hour specials for you guys. But seriously, y'all need to email us and let us know if there's any stories that you guys would like to hear about, you know?
Yeah, and if you guys don't want us, like, putting your personal information out there, we won't. Just, like, tell us in the email or something. You know, just let us know.
Yeah, we won't say your name or anything. If you want to tell your story.
If you want to stay secret, you can. Just, like, let us know. Or you can even hit me up on Instagram or Twitter.
I'll just use the old name, Jane Doe.
Yeah. We'll do that.
But yeah, with this episode and going further, y'all will see a lot more, y'all see a better product.
So, yeah, we decided to tell you the guys that little story. So, yeah, because this story, if you haven't heard it, it's Helltown, and it's like a bunch of government stuff. So, yeah.
And two, I got a new setup in here now. I've got the laptop where I can pull stuff up while we're going over stories now.
Oh, yeah. So, as we go on, he's going to be like, oh, hey, look at this. So, if I, like, go from a story to, hey, that's cool, then that's what that's going to be.
It gives me something to do because I like to fidget with it stuff. And once we have it set up, you can't touch anything.
Yeah, and that's what he messed up the very first time when we were recording. He cut it.
Yeah, I don't know how many times we'd be recording and right in the middle, damn it, Dad.
Yeah, because he cannot sit still.
Yeah, I gotta be looking. So I got me the other computer in here so I can look up the stuff on here while she's talking about it.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. She can do it, you know, when I'm
I can
talking.
sit still and respond. He can't.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so we're gonna get started here because this one is pretty long. You have a lot of history on it. Okay, so this place is in Boston, Ohio, and it is called Helltown. It was evacuated in 1974, and it has like 7 theories of why it was evacuated, so we're going to kind of go over each theory, but first you need to kind of know like where it's located, just kind of to like get an idea. Okay, so it's north of the Summit Valley. I keep on saying valley and it's county. North of the Summit County.
North of the Summit.
And it used to be called Boston Mills. It was settled in 1806, and it's the oldest village in Summit County. So, that's kind of like the location and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to tell you like the 7 theories going on here, like why is it important, and then we're going to move on to the first one. Okay, so there's a chemical spill cover-up thing. There's a government takeover park issue. There's a hidden bunker. There's paranormal stuff that goes on. There's the 1967 Colts. There's the Wendigo. And then there's the 1975 military deaths. So
that's another one we need to do. Maybe we should do our next hour episode or special on the Wendigo.
Hey, we could.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go on to why did it close, the first theory, and I'm going to they're not going to go in order of how I just said them. So, just sit back and relax because this is going to be a long one. And there's
I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about it out there, but this is one of them stories that really intrigued me and really just leave me hanging because there's stuff clearly that you can say, oh, that's BS, that ain't real. Or there's stuff you can say, I can believe that's true. But there's also stuff that's just right in the middle, and you're like, I don't know if it's real or not. I mean,
a lot of it leaves you hanging, and you like don't know how to feel about it. You're like,
you're like, that's why I love it because you really don't know. And I know there's going to be people out there that's probably going to be like, y'all shouldn't record. I mean, you shouldn't go over that because it ain't real. And
Well, that and like
You
this
know.
one has like a lot of government stuff involved.
Yeah.
It's like
So
you guys
if,
don't hear from us like in 2 weeks.
We've
well,
got-
like 3 weeks.
Yeah, because we've got a couple of these uploaded and ready to go.
Yeah.
So if y'all don't hear from us anymore, yeah.
Then the government killed us all.
Wouldn't that be really effed up?
Yes, that would.
We're really talking about it.
That would be
I'm-
our.
Nothing like that's really going to happen to us, folks. I'm
Just a
pretty
little
sure
heads
there's
up.
nothing going to happen to us.
Okay, so why did it close? Theory 1. So if you look up Helltown, this is what you're going to find. In 1974, there was an evacuation of the town. They said it was part of a chemical spill thing, but it was also part of the, National Guard. The National Park Service, because they wanted to make a park there out of the entire town. So, you okay over there?
Yeah, I just hit my elbow.
Freaking had a seizure, it looked like. Okay, so in 1974, General Ford signed a legislation that allowed National Park Service to buy the area and form into a national park. Well, he was on vacation on the siding, like whenever he signed it, and the bill was like, stop it. Is that how I'm sounding?
No, that was me. I didn't because I'm quiet. I just went to lick my lips and I heard. I was like, oh God, it
thought
sounds so
that- okay.
nasty.
He signed it on December 27th of 1974, and he was on vacation, and it got, like, issued, like, really fast, like it was, an emergency thing, which is really, really weird.
That is weird, especially for him to sign something when he's on a ski trip and it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
So, yeah, and it got rushed over the holidays, and that's really weird, so they were like, what? And the theory, like, to why people thought they were doing that, they thought that they wanted to raid the town. They were like, what's going on? Because they knew that was fishy. They were just like, what the heck? So, but what's really weird about it, the government never knocked down any buildings. Like, there was a little fire that destroyed some buildings.
Well, yeah, because they was
1976.
Yeah, remember we was looking and they burnt what 32 acres.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't understand. They burnt pretty much the whole town. I think there's only like
But there is still, like, a lot of buildings left.
Yeah, there's still like under around 10.
And, like, the area, like, where the town was pretty huge, and only, like a little bit of it was the park. So,
Yeah.
like, if you're going to use it a park, why couldn't the rest of the area be, like, a town?
Yeah, it's
still?
like they went in there and said, we're going to make it a state park, but to say, well, it's a 100-acre park, but you can only go in 10 acres of it.
Yeah, that's literally how it is.
I guess I could do that with the kids. We got a big backyard, but you can only play in 10% of it.
The rest of it has a bunker underneath or something. Okay. So the park thing that we just talked about, that didn't go in effect until October 11th of the 2000. So from like 1975 to 2000, it was just empty sitting there. That was really weird and strange. Okay. So the second theory is the chemical spill. The Kirji family owned a family or private dump, and it wasn't like too far from the town. It was like right next to it. The people that were like helping the dump, like they were like patrolling it and stuff like that.
Patrolling the dump.
They
I didn't know
reported.
they had patrolmen that patrolled the dump. Are they afraid someone's going to steal something?
No, not like, I don't know how to explain it. Like the people that were like helping others dump stuff and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And just like the people that owned it. I just didn't know how else to put that in one word. They reported strange odors, and then that led to headaches and rashes on some people. And then one person became like physically ill while he was getting bottles off the floor and stuff like that. Oh my God. Well, the Environmental Protection Agency ran tests, and they found trace amounts of sulfur. And the theory about that one is that the chemicals were dumped by the government or like other big corporate companies, you know, to like do stuff to the town. So that's that. Well, the third theory is that Helltown is haunted or was. There's a bunch of satanic rituals and cults in that town. There is a bunch of paranormal evidence, and a lot of it was dated back to the early 1800s.
Look at this fool.
Or
They got
sooner.
a road. They got a closure across the road, and he's just going around it like everybody else with his bike. That's how everybody's getting into it. I mean, they got the main road closed going into the town,
Yeah.
but people are just riding their motorcycles or just walking around the main gate and still.
Or jumping over it.
Yeah.
And that's how that guy in the documentary did it. Which we'll get to that one too.
Yeah.
Okay. So this isn't really like the theory which led it to close, but this is what happened after.
And what's
it
so
closed.
weird is too. Here's another thing I think is the town's out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh,
Think
yeah.
about it. Really, there's no towns around. It's like in a valley by itself.
Yeah. Okay, so the 1975 military exploration, that was after the town was abandoned and everyone was evacuated. The Signal Corps was sent there to like collect stuff, and only one person came alive out of it. Dun dun dun. Theory 6 is that a 1967 cult started a whole bunch of stuff and it led to the town closing. And then theory 7 is that the Wendigo sent everybody out of town. So, we kind of have like a lot of stuff that like tracks.
Yeah, well, like you said, the houses that they didn't burn, that's what I don't understand. Why did they burn this number of houses and leave this number of houses up?
Yeah, and if
That's
they did,
what was so,
and even the
I mean,
houses
weird.
they burnt, they didn't burn them all the way.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to burn the town, just freaking burn it down. It's like it kind of reminds me of back in the Western days when people died of, I think it was yellow fever or something like that. That was running real rampant in the 1800s and
You
killing
say
people.
they would burn them in their house.
Yeah, they'd just burn them in the house because they didn't want to.
You spread it.
That's what it reminds me of. Like they had some kind of cooties there.
Jeez. Okay, so the chemical spill, they thought that was like a cover-up thing, and also the mutant town. That's also what this was called towards the end. Because
That's where the
apparently,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles come from.
oh my God, shut
I'm
up.
just kidding.
Because apparently the kids were being turned into mutants by the chemicals.
But there's like no. Is there any pictures or proof of it?
No.
Wow.
And the government has said that. They were like, we were getting turned into mutants.
They were turning mutants. Well, where's your evidence?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They were getting turned to mutants, but the Wendigo doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And
Ooh, what if the Wendigo was something because of what they did?
well, that was there way before.
Well, that's true.
Okay, and then also it apparently created this huge, enormous python, like I guess bigger
Now
than an
that
anaconda.
right there, I think is
Bull crap.
bull crap. Because number one, how's a huge python going to live in Ohio, people?
Yeah.
It's
They
not
said
possible.
that it created that and that it's in the woods and they were trying to kill it and they couldn't, so they didn't want it to killing other people, so they evacuated the town. And they made up like a bunch of stuff with it. So like the chemical spill leads into the national park stuff. But if there's like mutant children that are monsters now and a python on the loose, why would you want to turn that into a national park?
I don't know. Yeah, that's.
You would just abandon the
I think
town.
they wanted the land to hide something, and
They were trying to
they
make up
just said,
stuff.
"Screw it, we'll just do that." Because it is fishy. Why would he sign a bill to evacuate a town like that
Yeah.
when he was on Christmas vacation?
And it was 2 days after Christmas.
Yeah.
It was signed. Okay. This is... Sorry for breathing that hard into the mic. I went...
Well, guys, we're gonna have to get used to this because before I had our technical problems were bad, so now we're used to having all our levels at this.
Well,
at
and
the
also
same
my
spot.
allergies are messing
Yeah.
up, so I'm really sinusy today, and my throat hurts really bad. I don't have the Rona, I swear. But,
Corona,
okay.
Corona.
So, Helltown, haunted stuff, like, some people say some of it's true, and some people say it's not. Well, one thing that everyone thinks is true, that the government has come out and said, no, that's a lie, is there's a school bus in the woods that a bunch of kids were killed. Like, either by a serial killer, a cult, or an escaped mental patient. But I think it's the cult because of, like, the history that we're going to get into. And the government came out and was like, no, a family lived there when the town was evacuated. They moved and we just put it in the woods, like, to keep it there. But the thing is, like, if you try to destroy it, like, something bad happens to you. Apparently. What were you going to say?
Oh, it kind of reminds me of American Horror Story. If y'all remember,
yeah, Freak Show.
Freak Show. If y'all haven't seen it,
y'all need to go watch it.
Yeah, well, there's a school bus in there where a clown was killing kids. In fact, that's where he would
abduct them and keep them in cages and stuff and kill them. So that's how it kind of reminds me of. And the school bus kind of looks kind of the same. It's kind of weird. Kind of.
This video's stupid. I'm going to look up some pictures of Helltown.
Yeah, just go to pictures. You found a lot last night. Or the night before, whenever.
Whichever time we try to record this.
Whichever time it went south. Okay. So then there's two churches. One of them has upside down crosses everywhere on it, and one of them, the one that has upside down crosses, is like a satanic cult church. And one of the churches has apparently like an evil man in the basement.
See, now this is weird.
What?
It's a building with a newer roof on it.
See, like stuff like that.
See, look, next time I think that's what he was trying to show everybody.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, look how new all that wood is. If them guys left in 76, then that would be, because I'm 44 years old and I was born in 76. If they got kicked out then, that wood would that looked brand new, like it maybe 2-3 years old.
Yeah, so they're hiding stuff.
See, there's the slaughterhouse.
Okay.
It's just fishy stuff around.
Yeah, he's gonna be doing that all episodes. So
sorry, I'm just interrupting.
No, he's talking about. He's watching videos and commenting about them. Okay, so going back on the church, there's one evil man apparently lives in the basement, and it's like, you can't come in. Won't let people. Won't. Blah, 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 blah.
Slow it down.
Sorry, I'm excited.
This is episode of what, Lexi? And we're still talking fast.
Won't let people in, and also you can't like see his face at all, which is like what? I don't believe that one. I think that one's kind of like not really real. But apparently, the church with upside down crosses, apparently devil worshippers own it, which is kind of what I said. Like I think like a satanic cult like just forms there now, because there's always like candles lit and circles and stuff like that. Okay. Going to the roads of this town. Okay, so if you heard at the beginning, there's this one where people always go into leading into the town. And I believe that one is called the Road to Hell or something like that.
Yeah, see, I was noticing that too in some of the videos I was watching. They had that.
Road to Hell?
Yeah.
Because the Highway to Hell or something is one of the other roads.
Because when you go into town, it's like she said, you go into town and it parts. It goes left and right.
No, not right? That one. The one that, like, with the road closed sign.
Oh, yeah.
The one that enters into town. Yeah. The one that enters into town, there's, like, cement blocks blocking your car, and there's, like, a wood post and everything. But you can easily just, like, hop over that, or there's, like, a road where you can go around it. So I think that one's called Road to Hell. I'm not really positive. But the two roads, there's other two roads that, like, go separate ways but connect at the end. And then there's another road that you go downhill, and it's, like, really, really, really curvy. Like, if you live, like, in the country and, like, you have some country roads, like, then you know what I mean, like, the swerving and everything. And it's really twisty and stuff. Well,
twisty.
Apparently, like, an evil thing takes possession of your car and is like, oh, you're gonna die. So, like, you know, what happens there? Yeah, so apparently the thing takes a hold of your car and, like, makes you have an accident. That's just, I don't know.
That's totally awesome. I want to go racing down that road.
No. And then there's, like, a bunch of, like I said, abandoned houses. One of them, there's a few of them that always has lights on, which, like, there's been no electricity
Since the 70s.
Yeah, since the like, early 70s. There's a ghost that sits on the bench of the cemetery. And apparently parts of the town were built on native ground, which that comes into the story later. Ooh. Okay. This is the famous place that has the Crybaby Bridge.
Look at that. Mm.
Yeah, that's the school bus.
I'm going to stay the night in that school bus.
Okay, so this place has the Crybaby Bridge. Basically, you go and you park your car on the bridge at night, and if your car is, like, really, really dirty or, like, you have baby powder on it, you can see a handprint on the window or the, like, hood, and you can also hear the babies cry in the woods. So, you know, we're not going to do that because I'd freak out. But, and about the satanic cults and stuff and, like, the stuff like that, a lot of them used the children, like, abducted them whenever it was, like, a town and used them in cult rituals and stuff like that. So, that's fun.
I never get picked for anything.
Wow. Ew. Okay. This is a lot, and I'm sorry for breathing into the mic, so this is a lot, so just stay with me.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope it was fun for you. That was the Wicker Man. That wasn't the Wicker Man. That was that Helltown one. That one was pretty good. I'll tell you, that's something you really need to look into and check into if you have the time to. It's kind of a I don't know. It's right there on that line of you don't know how much of it's real, you don't know how much of it's bullshit. I mean, it's right there, and it's real good. I'm not saying 100% of it's real or 100% of it's fake. There's some stuff that makes you go, So, and it's kind of funny. They only showed that a couple times on a Travel Channel, and they showed it again. So, I don't know. But, man, I want to tell you guys, thank you, man, for listening all the time. And thank you guys for just everything you do. Sorry we're late on this and it came a day late. But, hey, guys, I'm sorry. But, hey, we love you guys. Thanks for your support. You guys have always been good to us. And I don't know how to tell you any other way, but thank you so much. It just amazes me that two small country pumpkins from Mineral Wells, Texas. Look it up. Little bitty town. Right about in not the center of Texas, but we're in the north part of Texas. But it just amazes me how this little podcast I have reaches people out all across the world. That's just amazing. But hey, guys, we love you. Be good. We're on Spotify, Stitcher. Yeah, I'm getting our YouTube channel going back again. I mean, I'm putting new stuff up. But you guys, check us out. We're basically everywhere, guys. I mean, iHeart, Pandora. I mean, Amazon, iTunes. We're everywhere, guys. So keep listening and keep us going, guys. And I think eventually I'm going to start a page or something somewhere to contribute a little bit, Not asking for much, maybe a subscription of $5 a month or something like that. I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe 2. I'll probably start out with 2 or something, but 2 ain't bad. People can afford 2. But I might start a GoFundMe page or something to do that, just to help out with the podcast and all that, because I really love doing it, and I'm glad you guys support it. You guys are so good to me, and you guys are good to me and Lexi. So, hey, we love you guys. Be good. Stay out of trouble. Don't be getting too scared now when you go outside. Be careful of the Hat Man and the Wicker Man. And be careful of the Helltown. Be careful, my friends. But you guys be good to each other. And remember, this is Stephen LeBooth from Ghost Stories Told from the South. And this has been a Booth podcasting production, guys. Thank you very, very much. And Alexi will be here next week for sure. But this is Stephen LeBooth signing off from Ghost Stories Told from the South. Good night, everybody. I hope you can sleep through these storms. Hopefully no one's looking at you through their windows. See you later, kitty kitties. Bye.